Hey guys, welcome back. It is Trin Talks with your girl SD Trinity. I got my co-host here, Miss
GCG.
Perfect, and we have a special guest here. If you want to introduce yourself.
Ow! Trying out different styles. Yo, what's up, everyone? It's Fantastic Frankey. Very excited to be here.
Perfect. So we actually have a pretty quick episode today, but it's something that we all can talk about in just adulting life, love life, food, which we all love. So we're just gonna get right into it. I saw this story a couple weeks ago about a Nigerian lady who was asked out on a date, and she showed up with two of her friends. And the guy decided to split the bill where he paid for his stuff and they were responsible for whatever they got. And she was saying that, he's immature for doing that. Men say that they always love when they bring friends. But I'm gonna just read what she posted on her Twitter, okay? Um I went on a date with this guy and he paid for himself alone because I brought two of my friends. Some men are heartless with the sad emoji and the broken heart. Okay. And then she put, all of you blaming me is unfair. A gentleman would have paid the bill and told me politely after the date. That's the best thing to do and not to act so immature. Some men love dates with friends and some don't. Next time, I will always ask before taking my friends. Now, she also tried to say that she brought her friends for safety reasons, which of course, just just being a lady in the world dating, there's a lot of creeps. I understand that. But what I personally do is I like take a picture of his license plate. I'm like, if I can get his ID, I get an ID. I send it all to my friends. We all become FBI's. Like it's a
Right.
whole shebang, okay, on a new person. But I'm not gonna sit there and invite them to the date. They might even come to the same restaurant just to be near me, but they're not going to be sitting at my table on my date, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to know, just hearing just the short version of the story, what did you guys think? So we'll start with Frankie. What did you think about this?
First of all, she knew she was wrong because she would have hit him up before then. Hey, I'm uncomfortable. She would have told him her friends were coming and she hid it because she was trying to be low. And
Mm-hmm.
he calls her bluff. Like, all right, so this is a group hang. On group
Mm-hmm.
hangs, we split evenly.
Yeah.
And I think it would have been a little bit more fair, maybe. But to my point, like I just would be upset that you lied to me and wouldn't like you withheld that information. But I know I've been on dates where that's happened where I like ran into friends and then they kind of like joined us and he would just pay for my food
Mm-hmm.
because that's what he signed up for. What kind of
Exactly.
restaurant was he taking you to? Maybe he don't got the budget for four people. That's
Exactly.
crazy. I just think I feel like I'm like she messing up our food nigga situation because we all got one, and now men are being alerted to what we do with the food, and I was getting tight. It got me tight to see it because I'm like, yeah, I think men have the burden of paying for food, but
Mhm.
like don't overdo it, you know?
Right. And it's now I wish I knew like Nigerian money because it shows like he actually heard about this and spoke up about it. I guess his monthly salary is, I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna just say we'll say 20,000, but it says like N, so I'm not sure exactly what their like
It's like
Nigerian currency.
five to a dollar. I remember that. Well, at least Ghana, it was like 5 cedis to a dollar.
Yeah, but they said that he only ordered water once they showed up, and her and her friends were ordering rice and chickens and salad that totaled to 4,500, whatever N is. I'm gonna look it up because I want to know the exact.
I'm
I could
pulling it
tell
up
you if
right
it's
now.
4,500 divided by, so it's like, what?
It's like
Nah.
a lot of money. Well, anyways, the point is she brought her friends, and some people, of course, responded to her saying, "Nah, gentlemen, you be a gentlewoman. Common sense will tell you not to carry your friends out on a date with the guy." Someone says serves you right. You should always ask and not just expect a fat wallet to pay for you and your friends' lavish food. Another person said the fact that you even brought your friends doesn't make it a date anymore, which is exactly
Yeah.
what came out of my mouth. So, Jig, let me ask you. How would you feel if you were to go on a date with somebody and they decide to bring two other people? Like, would you have done the same thing? Would you have walked
Um,
away?
I definitely would not have paid for all of the people. I asked you out. I
Hmm.
came on a date with you. There's a mutual agreement in that space. We did not agree for extras. We did not agree to bring friends. The homies don't have to figure it out, or you're gonna have to pay for your homies because you brought them. I think it's super out of pocket to bring people on a date
Hmm.
unplanned and expect for them to be paid for. Um, Even in a situation, because I've heard about something similar to this where and forgive me, I don't remember which podcast I was listening to, but there were women who were at a bar and a man offered to buy the woman drinks. And the woman then allowed her friends to run up his tab at the bar. And when he went to go and pay, he looked at his receipt and was like, what's all this? Because I only bought her drinks. Like,
Yeah.
where is the rest of this? Oh, that came from them. Okay, yeah, no. Just pay for mine. All three of y'all now have to figure it out. Um, it's not okay.
Right.
It's already in this may be a hot topic for some people, but it's already debatable for me. There are circumstances uh between a man and a woman going on a date and who pays. Because
Hmm.
I don't think that it's solely the man's responsibility to pay. I am a firm believer in the date asker is the date payer. Or
Yeah.
we go stag and you pay for you and I pay for me. And I'm always gonna come on a date to pay for what I want. I will allow you to pay for it, but I'm not gonna order stuff and get things that I can't afford myself. Period.
Hmm.
That being said, sis is out of pocket.
Out of
Yeah.
pocket.
Out of pocket.
Jig, I'm the
Really
same
out of pocket.
way, but then I just make sure I never ask unless we're like dating. You get
There
what I'm
we go.
saying?
There
I'm
we
the
go.
same way. I'm like, yo, whoever
Who?
asked, you're assuming my
Yeah.
pockets, you're assuming I want to do this, da, da, da.
Hmm.
And then if we're dating, unless I want someone to try something, but if I'm paying, I be taking control. I'd be like, yo, I'm paying for us to go to this place. I really want you to try it. Let me order the food. Da, da, da. I'm paying for
Yeah.
this experience, but I'm not doing that with Joe Schmo. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So yeah, I absolutely agree. If you ask whoever asks, especially now, we've been talking at independence. I think Meg the Stallion got us hyped. We all about our own bag. So out of pocket.
Exactly.
Out of pocket
We
is
our
perfect.
knees are starting to work again, ladies. So we can go
Hey,
ahead
my
and
knees
take
have
the
been
ring.
impressing me lately. I'll tell you.
Hmm. But it's just sad because this is not the first time this has happened. I've read plenty of stories of um guys that were like, "Hey, I asked this girl out, and now she brought like her her whole kids, her family," and it's like that's a touchy subject. Why would you not let the person know ahead of time? Regardless if you're bringing your friends, your
Mm-hmm.
kids, your mom, your dad, whoever just fits in your car. Like, why would you not tell them, like, hey, I know our date's tomorrow or something, or later today, I'm bringing so and so. Because, like you said, I personally don't like to assume you got the money for me.
Mm-hmm.
I will bring the money for the food that I'm going to eat just in case something happens. Um, Same thing though. If you invite me out, in my mind, I don't know if it's like common courtesy, but in my mind, I'm like, okay, you're gonna pay for our meal, but I'm not also gonna run up a whole bill just because I know, you're paying for it. I need to
Right.
Hmm.
make sure if I'm getting lobster tail and crab legs and shrimp that I can afford lobster tail, crab legs, and shrimp. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Or that big old bottle of wine that I just got and is clearly $200 a bottle, maybe more. I need to make sure I got that 200 in my account. So, and then also just the friends, like the friends didn't tell her like, yo, no, we're not going to show up. Like, that's your date type of thing. Tell us about it. You know, maybe text us in the middle of it or whatever. When he's not looking, don't be rude. But don't, I don't know. It something about it just irked me a lot about it, because we also focus on guys that will take women out on dates, but then be like, oh, I forgot my wallet.
That don't work no more though, right?
That don't.
Because I'm like, that's fine. You can cash at me.
Right.
I don't have that. You can Zelle me. Everyone, if you got a bank account, you can Zelle me. That's happened to me where a guy was like, I was in college, so Zelle, y'all, that wasn't there.
It did not.
And I paid for my shit and left. I left in there. I was like, dang, I hate to see it. Well, and I put my money down and I did. Because you asked me here. And I've had a guy established as soon as we sat down. I was living in North Carolina, that's where I went to school. And as soon as we sat down, Applebee's was the place, y'all. Oh, there was not really places to eat. Everybody was at Applebee's. And if you had a baller, man, he let you get the 2 for $25. Hey. Not the 2 for $20. That was the up. There was one up. They had steak on it. Yeah. And we sat down. He said, look, sis, we doing a 2 for $20 today. None of that sizzling shit. Like he told me, I was like, nah, I don't want to be here. What about we're chicken fingers? Let's go to Chick-fil-A. The fuck? I was confused. You got this budget.
I would have excused myself so quickly.
I've definitely left. I was like, we're done here. Okay. Yeah. And it's not about being broke. And I think that's what men don't realize is that we don't want you to be rich. We want you to be thoughtful. Yeah. We want you to take us out. So if you only had 20 beans, you could have made us sandwiches and had a picnic.
Oh, yeah. It would have been the cutest thing. Oh my gosh, we had a picnic. We got to talk. I got to know who you were.
Right.
Cheese and wine, get barefoot. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Get 2 bottles of barefoot and some cheese and crackers, and we would have been it.
Hey, barefoot, if you listening,
sponsor us, please.
Help it. I love the pink Moscato. Help me. Okay.
Help me help you, yo. Please. I will gladly be this.
Shiraz is my favorite. I'll be on the Shiraz.
I'm a Moscato girl myself. As you can tell by all the pink I have displayed.
But I just found it, like, I really try to sit here and put myself in her position. Like, she's trying to say, like, oh, because it's dangerous, men be kidnapping women, yada, yada, yada. I understand that, but I still cannot bring myself to be like, okay, I'm also bringing friends. And then they're also going to, like, if they show up.
Wait. I'm sorry. Because if you're going on a date with someone you think might try to kidnap you, you shouldn't go.
You shouldn't go.
Yes.
It doesn't matter if they're gonna do a thing or not. If you get creepy vibes from them, they're not for you. Y'all not on the same wavelength. Don't go. If you think he's gonna kidnap you and you have to bring your friends to feel safe.
True.
Come on now.
Also, not saying that like, because a motherfucker is gonna do what a motherfucker's gonna do.
Yeah.
But if that's your first thought, don't go out on the date, sis.
What are the friends truly gonna do? The 2 girlfriends. If this man wants to kidnap you, 2 women are not truly gonna help you there, right? Yeah. Like, he has the strength. More than likely, he could take all 3 of y'all down, right? I don't know. I just feel like if a man has it out to you to kidnap you, it's happening whether or not you got 2 girlfriends there or not. The whole point of meeting at a restaurant is to lower that. Right? To be somewhere public, to drive there on your own, to not have him see your crib. If you're afraid of dating there, and and to be honest, people who are into sex trafficking have the means that now you just brought him two girls. Now you and your homegirls.
Yeah, now you all stuck. Like, that don't make no sense. Oh, this is the other thing that she said. She added that the guy's behavior smacks of immaturity.
Not hers?
What? Like, I don't know. I'm team for the guy on this one here, because like I said, if you're gonna bring your friends, let them know. Also, if you expect him to just now all of a sudden pay for your friends, no. Because now it sounds like you guys were trying to all get a free meal out of him. And he caught hip to it and was like, let me pay for my water. I'm out. You know what I mean?
Right.
Y'all can cover what
My
you pay
water.
for. But like, come on now. It's one of those like the audacity. After I read it, I was like, she really tried it.
Good for her though. You miss 100% of the shots you don't make. You don't
True.
take, yo. That's what happened with her. She was like, I'm gonna try it. But just don't shout him out. I think it was something she tried. And like don't try to embarrass him because he was like, I'm not having this, you know?
Yeah. I don't know. It's not like, oh, double date or hey, we're doing a group thing. No, he asked you out, not you and your two friends. But like I said, if my homegirl reached out to me and said, hey, come on this date with me, I'm gonna be like, I'll like hide in like the booth behind you, like to make sure things aren't going crazy, or like a every up 15 minutes update your location, go that route. If you want, FaceTime me and like I'll just sit in the corner and just like you can put the phone down. I'll just try to listen, for cues or whatever. But you really thought he's gonna come here
Bring a
and pay
dog
for all y'all?
collar, something. We're tracking. I don't know. Something. There's like we're too technologically advanced for that to be a reason. That may have worked in like 1980, but like right now, no.
I don't know, 1980, I feel like they still would have been like,
No,
yeah.
I'm
So
saying at
anyways,
least bringing your friend, right? Like I don't know. I feel like group dates were probably how a lot of first dates were back then when there weren't so many memes, right? Like
true. But then again, it would have been like, let's do a group date. Like that's the thing. She
Yeah,
didn't
right. It's still
announce
planned as a
everyone.
group. There's still a known factor.
And who's to say, like,
exactly.
hey, he could have brought some friends, you know what I mean? But Jig, you really brought up a good point.
Ooh.
If you have an inkling in your heart that this can go sour or you're going to be kidnapped or whatever it is, don't go. Don't go
That's
and bring your friends. So you guys are now all in danger over this. Like, it just doesn't make sense to get a meal out of them. It just doesn't make sense. Now, I guarantee, and I said this too, I guarantee if he brought two of his homeboys and it was just
That's
three
what I was just thinking. I was like,
and
what
her,
if the situation was flipped and she showed up by herself and he had three of the niggas there?
yeah,
What?
I would have been like,
this is dangerous.
I
Because
would have
Cardi
left.
B taught us that women be robbing too. What if he was scared for his life? Like, yo, these women trying to drug and rob me.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's why he ordered the water.
Yeah. He's like, nah, y'all not gonna catch me slipping. I'm gonna get my little glass of water here, and y'all can do whatever you're gonna do.
Come here.
But I guarantee it would have been like, why do you have your friends here? It's supposed to be a date. It's supposed to be us.
Mm-hmm.
Based off of her responses and what she's been saying, I'm like, I could totally tell that's probably what she would have said. Is like, oh no, it's supposed to be us. So why are they here? And then
It
it
would.
probably would have made it creepy if she's
It would
really
have been
worried.
creepy.
Like, why are there three dudes and one chick? Like now you're like, okay, they definitely gonna like kidnap me and I'm never gonna be seen again, type of thing. But it's just like, no, I just don't trust you. You're probably gonna steal my Rolex or something. Something's gonna happen. But it's just weird to me just to see like it was never brought up beforehand, or as that story you said, Jig, with the running up a tab, like, oh, he's paying drinks for me, so everybody gonna get some. Like,
Right.
that's just
No,
rude. Don't be rude. Don't do this.
it's not okay.
Um, ladies and gents out there, couple things. Don't go on a date if you can't cover yourself. And if you're bringing friends, don't go on a date, bring your friends, and then you can't cover your friends too. Like, because clearly you just kind of self invited them to this quote unquote me and you date. Now that date is now null and void. Like, it's not a date anymore. Now it's just everybody's hanging out. Like you said, group. Y'all can split the bill, but I'm only paying for my water that I got. I only had a salad. You know what I mean? Like, don't be trying to lump me in with the bougie stuff on the menu. Um, but I feel like we've all had that moment at a date where it's just like, yeah, no, I need to leave, because I've experienced that too. Go on a date, or food literally gets brought down, and I see the oh good old pat the side of the pants. I'm like, damn,
Here we go.
no, no, like if they're earlier you said the way that they will talk themselves out of some pussy, this is it.
Bruh.
Do not sit here and start patting your pants like, damn.
I thought
Oh man, I didn't bring my wallet. Oh, that okay, but you got your cell phone. Like we said, nowadays you have Zelle, we got PayPal, we got Cash App, we got all this stuff that you can still go ahead and send me money for if you need to. But for me, it was just almost comical because I'm like, I know he's not doing what I think he's doing. Maybe he's joking. And then he said like, oh yeah, I forgot my wallet. And I'm like, that sucks. Okay. And good thing for me, I bought what I knew I could afford. You know what I mean? He was out here buying little extras. So I was like, okay. He, he was eating. Afterwards, he told me, he was like, why would you eat? Don't eat it. Like, you can't buy this. What are you doing? Now you really do owe them food. Cause you'd be like, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm not hungry. Kind of just play it off. So you ain't got to pay. But I remember getting up saying I got to go to the bathroom, flag down the waitress and was like, hey, split this bill, put mine on one side, put on his on another, go from there. And she's like, oh, okay. Fine. Then they brought down 2 and he's looking like, why is there 2? I was like, card in there, gave it to her, looked at my phone and was like, all right, well, it was nice talking with you. I hope you have a good night. She brought my card back. I signed, tip, and I just left. Like, I don't know what he did. I know I haven't heard from him since.
he
but
probably
I don't know
found the
if
money.
I don't do this. Don't say that you ain't got the money when you got the money. Okay. If you got the money, I want you to use that money. You brought me here. You invited me here.
You brought me here. You
come on now. Like for me, and like you said, you want to build an experience. And I do this with a lot of people. I'm like, I found this really good Japanese spot or a great ramen spot. Let me, I got you. We gonna eat this. So then in my mind, I'm like, all right, I'm ordering like 3 bowls of this. I know how much it's gonna cost. And maybe it's like, oh, we're gonna get a little drink, so add another like $20. Boom, we're good. But I'm not gonna invite you and then be like, try this, and then now you're stuck with it. And I'm like, well, I don't know what you thought this was. You know what I mean?
But what if I don't like it?
Exactly.
I gotta pay for all the food I don't like.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, I don't know, pre-COVID, but pre-COVID it was like, I'll get this. I think you will like this. We're going to get this. And we're going to just share everything just to see what's going on. I got it. I'm covering it because I want you to eat, not you pay for what I'm telling you to eat. But yeah, so I just wanted to bring that up. Just a quick thing. It's just been on my mind for almost a month now of like, she really tried to get not only a meal for herself, but a meal for her friends. Like, I wish I was there at the restaurant to see them sit down and he looking like, and I guarantee he was giving her hints like, yo, what's all this? Like, what's going on? And she was just like, tee hee hee hee, me and my friends, free food, But I just wanted to bring that up. It's been, like I said, on my mind for a minute. Any last words from any of you guys about this or any other dating tips you want to give out to the world so they know not to do something or to do something?
Hey, listen to your creepy
my
meter.
biggest thing is always be prepared.
Yes.
Creepy meter. That's true. Yeah, I think take precautions. Be smart. You can't trust anyone, especially since we're now meeting them on the internet. At least before we had the pleasure of like meeting them in person, right. But now we're meeting them in the internet. So there's body language and stuff that you can't pick up on. So my biggest thing is always be transparent, set the boundaries, and meet them in public place. And you can gauge from there.
Yeah, exactly.
Turn on your location, share it with a friend, share it with a couple of friends.
Dropping all of it. Okay. Give me your Lyft drop, give me your Uber. I'm going to watch you driving wherever it needs to be going, whatever it is. Right. But again, if you do go on a date or someone does invite you, make sure you got the money to cover yourself just in case Also, if you don't have money but you still want to go on a date, just like Jig said, do a little charcuterie
So
board and
cute.
then make it yourself. Go into the park and have a good old time. You'll be fine. Like, I think it's better than going to some fancy restaurant that you can't afford. So we're just gonna
With a
end
little
up
bit
like
of food.
a little bit. Obviously, here, I'm gonna tell you guys right now, this is how simple I am. Okay. If you invite me to go have like a lunch at a park, I'm gonna be like, bet. And if you pull out Lunchables, I'm gonna be like, yo, with the Capri Sun, bet, yes. Like I'm gonna be hella hype. Super, I'm gonna be like, this is like probably the coolest date I've ever been on. You know what I mean?
If it was wrapped in a picnic basket and you
Yes.
pulled out Lunchables, that's hype. That is.
Put the
It's
blanket
cute.
down, the basket, and then we're cheering Capri Suns. Cheers. I'm good.
Nah, I need liquor. If we on a date, I want to drink. We not kids. We not kids. Get the Angry Orchard. Y'all, don't listen to her. Don't listen to her. I was with you. I was with you. At least mix the Capri Suns and then bring
Well,
liquor from
I'm saying
home.
Capri Suns because Barefoot hasn't sponsored any of us yet. So until
Oh,
Barefoot
Yeah, you
sponsors
right. You
us,
right. You right.
we just gonna stick with the
Yeah.
Capri Suns. Hey, Angry Orchard, if you want us too.
Yo.
My Char Lemonade. Anybody out there, we got it. We want to make the perfect picnic basket. Let us know. Actually, you know what? That's a good thing. After this episode, put it in the comments, message me, whatever it may be. Tell us your perfect picnic basket.
Oh,
On
that's a
budget
good
if
one.
you want. I would
Look at
love to hear it.
you.
I would love to hear it.
I like that.
I love it.
But
And I
until
just have
next,
to add
yeah,
that I heard someone call a charcuterie board a charcuterie board,
yeah,
and when
charcuterie
you
board.
said it, it cropped up, and I can't let it go.
Mhm.
Charcuterie.
Charcuterie board. If you can't afford a charcuterie board, charcuterie boards are just
It's
acceptable.
charcuterie
Okay.
board. Someone said that our generation loves charcuterie boards because of Lunchables. It set
Oh,
us up for the board. Yeah.
hey. And Lunchable, if you want to sponsor me too, let me know. I like the
That
pizzas. I like the
pizza.
cracker pizza.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me the pepperonis. I'm here for it. Fake or not, I'm gonna still eat them. It don't matter. I will be at the park with my barefoot making small pizzas, okay, for my date. It's gonna be lit. I will make it fun. No problems, okay? But this is a great little conversation. I liked it. Of course, if you guys have ever had issues like that where you've run into dates where you have to dip or they were outrageous, they brought friends, let me know. I want to hear it. But until next time, I did want to say thank you to Miss Fantastic Frankie here.
Yes,
And of course,
ma'am.
to my lovely co host, jigglySenpai 3.
Hey.
Again, my name is SD Trinity. This was Trin Talks. Have a great rest of your day. Love you. Peace.
Bye.
It's the